All right, guys, back again, episode 26. Have a very special guest today. He's making his pro debut on Tony Jetter Promotions' fight card. Victor Williams making his debut at middleweight. Victor, thank you so much for joining today.
Man, thank you for having me on, man. I'm excited.
Of course, of course. If you can let everybody know, where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Muskogee, Oklahoma, so the Midwest.
Wow.
I've been living in the DMV, the DC area for the last 5 years.
Wow. Okay. What made you want to move to like the DC area? Was it like college or anything?
I went to college in New Hampshire, which is also somewhat
Yeah.
out the way, and then I moved down for work after college.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So what age did you start boxing at?
I started boxing at 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah, 20, 22, 23. As soon as I finished playing college football and running track in school, I moved down here and picked up boxing pretty immediately.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Seems like a trend that I've been noticing with like a lot of the pro fighters. Like they don't start like fighting until like their mid teen years or even in their 20s, and they wind up making their pro debut. That's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, man, it's been great. My first sport was karate when I was a kid, and I started playing football like about around fifth grade. But I always knew I would find my way back to some sort of combat sport as soon as I finished playing ball. So it was natural. I was looking for something else to do, and I found boxing, and I found a good coach, and just stuck with it.
Awesome. Okay. Now, speaking of karate, not to change the subject, but have you watched this show Cobra Kai on Netflix at all or no?
I've been meaning to watch that. I heard it's really good. I love, Karate Kid. But man, just with things going on, I've been super busy and I haven't had time to sit down and dedicate time to watching it, man. It's always go, go, go for me. But I heard it
Yeah.
was good. I heard it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be kind of lame, but then like it's just so good, the storylines and stuff. So like I absolutely am hooked, even though it's like 20-minute episodes, but like you just don't want to stop watching. Like I literally watched the whole thing like in 3.5 days.
Okay, so it's binge worthy. No, I didn't know that it was
Yes.
only 20-minute episodes. That makes me more
Yes.
apt to go check it out because if it's easy to watch, and it's not like 45-minute episodes, then I can do 20 minutes.
Yes, yes. And then I'm gonna warn you now, you're just not gonna want to switch off or try to do anything else. You're just gonna be hooked, probably want to watch like 5, 6 episodes. It's so good though, yeah.
Cool. I'll make sure I'll wait until the weekend so I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, perfect. All right. And then what I have for you too, so switching back to boxing. So let's talk about your amateur background.
Mhm.
What was your record, your achievements, and then I also love this question at the end of it is when did you know you were ready to go pro?
Record was kind of my record was a 13-2 or 12-2 or something like that.
Okay.
Won a regional Golden Gloves. Didn't get a chance to fight as many amateur bouts as I wanted because of COVID. Um, but yeah, the big achievement there was regional Golden Gloves. I fought in two Golden Gloves tournaments. The first one was after I'd been boxing for like 2 months, and I made it to the semifinals,
Wow.
which I thought was solid. And then the next year, I won the DC, Maryland, Virginia, and North Carolina regional Golden Gloves. When did I know I was ready to go pro? I feel like I've been feeling a little bit ready for the past like 6 to 8 months. Um, I felt ready, last about March or April. And my coach was like, "Listen, like you ready to go pro now?" But we wanted to try to get a few more amateur fights and just to see as many styles as possible. But obviously, COVID cut that short, and time and age is not something that's in my favor. So it's time to get
Right.
it. It's time to get it. And I've been sparring a lot of like solid professionals, in the DMV area, as like boxing in the DC area is great. There's a
Mhm.
lot of good competition, and I go around and I get work against some really high quality guys, and I do well, and I get better every time I go out there and compete. So it's just time to take that next step.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome answer. Like you actually might be the first person I've ever asked that said that was a you um decision, because a lot of times a trainer or a coach would be like, you're not ready until you get like 40 to 50 fights. Or like we had a Scooter, which is also known as Stephen Fulton Jr., who's our
Mhm.
WBO Bantam, told me once they got rid of the headgear, he knows ready to go pro. So that's cool that it was your decision. And again, too, like, you're in your 20s as well, so you want to get the ball rolling. But like with like your resume alone, when you told me you had like 14 to 16 amateur fights and you're already, that is awesome to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and again, of course, I wish we would have had the opportunity to get a few more in, but I've been pretty active with sparring and everything like that. Clearly, sparring is not the same as competition, but
Right.
I've never been one to fold. I've been a competitor all my life, and that's when I shine. You know what I mean? So so yeah, I'm definitely confident that it's time to go. If not now, then when? If not now,
Right.
then when? You got to take that leap. You got to take that leap at some point.
I love it. Okay, awesome. I really, really like that. All right, cool. So now let's jump into your pro debut. It's getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
What are your vibes like? Are you like anxious? Are you a little nervous? Or are you like really excited to get in there?
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think nerves is something that's a natural part of the competitive process, and it's all about how you use that energy. What is nervousness is an energy, right? And if you know how to harness it, then it could be used in your favor. That's when some people say, hey, like you're nervous. That's a good thing. That means you're ready. So that's I got this nervous excitement that is kind of been following me ever since we got everything confirmed. So that's where I'm at right now. It's just making sure that I'm on my p's and q's, and that I'm trusting the process with my training, and also just getting the necessary rest and recovery in as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then like I feel like after you make like your ring walk, and like as crazy as it sounds for like a guy like me that's never been in the ring, but like I feel like once you get hit, you're gonna be at your natural habitat. So like
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Gotta lock in. You gotta lock in, or else you're gonna keep getting hit, and then
Right.
that's not gonna turn out well.
I know. All right. And then obviously you're fighting at a historic arena. When you go, I'm not sure if Tony's gonna have the weigh-ins there, or if you wind up just seeing it for the first time on fight night. You're gonna love this venue. It's a 2300 arena. It's like one of the top boxing venues here. A ton of club shows, even ESPN and PBC have done shows, and even Showbox there. But have you gotten a chance to visit it?
No, this will be my first time. I've seen pictures and everything like that,
Yeah.
but I'm excited. It looks really nice. So I'm definitely excited for it.
Yeah, it's a really, really awesome venue. It's one of my favorites. So again, just like try to soak it in and all. It's awesome. And then like even like if you were into like wrestling growing up, so that was the old ECW venue and all too.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, okay, very cool. Yeah, yeah. Got some history with it as well. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So you might find some broken tables or something in the back, maybe in the locker. Now, I'm joking.
With a little bit of blood on it, huh? With a little bit of.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So have you ever been to Philly?
Yeah, I've been to Philly. I played UPenn. I played against UPenn for college football. Then I've been to the Penn Relays. I've been there to visit some friends. So yeah, I like the city of Philly, man. It's nice. I like the vibe of it. It's like it. You know what? It kind of reminds, probably Philly people won't like this, but it kind of reminds me of DC, but it's a little bit smaller,
Okay.
the way it's set up. But yeah, I've been there a few times.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then what's your relationship with Tony Jeter? He's a former boxer, so he's great to lean on and all. And then also, what's it like to work with him too on a professional level?
This is my first time working with Tony Jeter. My coach has a history with him, and has a good relationship with him. And they've worked together in the past with a couple of my coaches, previous professional fighters. So that's how we got connected, and it's been really good. He and I have been talking, a couple times a week. whether about the general fight logistics or and he's been nice enough to give me some advice just last night actually, and it's good so far. He seems like a really good guy. I've gone to his gym and sparred before as well, so yeah, just really getting familiarized. It's I have no complaints. He seems like a really genuine individual, and everything's been great.
Yeah, he's great. I've been talking to him for like the last like 3 or 4 months. He's a talker too. So
Yeah,
like once he gets you on the phone, it's like a guaranteed 25-30 minute phone call about just boxing and life. But he is a great dude. Yeah.
yeah, he could definitely he's long winded for sure, but
Yes.
in
Yeah.
a good way, in a good way. It's
Yeah.
not so bad, so.
All right. Yes. And then so I wanted to ask. So I think my rest of the questions I have are fun ones.
Okay.
So we'll wrap up with some Philly vocab in a second, just to get you ready for your big fight weekend. But
Yeah.
my first one I have. So this is my last boxing question I'm going to ask you. So what are your top five Maryland, Virginia, DC fighters right now? And they don't have to be in order.
Maryland, Virginia, DC fighters, my top five. Man, Gervonta Davis,
Okay.
definitely one of them. And we're talking all time, or we're talking about like currently
So
active.
we could do active, yes.
Um, Let me think. Man, I got a chance to spar against Keyshawn Williams. He's 8-0.
Mhm.
Which was really really good work, and I appreciated that. I'll say all three Gary Russell Juniors.
I know, yeah.
I've trained with those guys too, man, and they're really really high quality fighters, man. That's something that they've been doing. It's a multi-generational thing there. Um, so that's been really good, and then beyond that, yeah, I guess that's five. I mean, that's all
Yeah,
three Gary Russell Juniors,
that's
because
yeah.
they're different fighters. They all have different styles, but man, like they're all champion level fighters. Gervonta Davis, of course, man, he's going through something crazy with that. I don't know if you heard of that car
Yeah.
accident, hit run thing, which is unfortunate. And then I guess the one who's less well known is Keyshawn Williams. And there's also this other uh, female fighter. I can't remember her name right now. It's fleeing me, but she fights out of Temple Hills, and I think she's undefeated, and she's a really high quality boxer too. That's bothering me. I can't remember their name, but yeah, I guess I'll say that's the top five right
All
now.
right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Philly fighter? Like it could be any weight class, but is there someone that you enjoy watching at the moment?
I really enjoy watching Jerron Ennis. Man, he's got a lot of
Boots?
skill.
Yeah.
Boots. He's got a lot of skill, man. His most recent fight where he knocked that kid out with the shoulder roll, the uppercut, the follow.
Yeah.
That guy had never been knocked out before either, apparently. So he was tough, and
Yeah.
it's going to be exciting to see how Boots' career continues to take off, and if he'll have trouble getting fights. I don't know
I
how
know.
there
Well, now it's like getting very serious for him now, where like people are gonna have to fight him. So I know
right.
he's got a big fight next Saturday against Lipinets, and then
Mhm.
I would like us here in Philly. We would love to see him fight Virgil, but I know that fight would never happen against Virgil or
Yeah,
Ortiz.
let's see.
But they should give the people what they want. But it's all about that O at the end of the day. So
Right. Some people don't want to step out there and put their all on the line. So yeah, money's got to be right too, though.
yes, yep, exactly. All right, cool. So my next question. So I did find out that you did play football, which is awesome. So just let everybody know what college you played at and what was your position.
I played wide receiver at Dartmouth College in the Ivy League, and I was a 4-year starter there. I also ran track there, and it was a pretty successful career, man. It was definitely an enjoyable experience. Besides the fact that it was so cold, being from Oklahoma, I wasn't used to that level of freezing and below freezing temperatures. But yeah, I played receiver there for all 4 years.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, that is awesome. That you're making the switch from college football to now boxing and all. That is super cool. Now, like, if you had to choose one, did you enjoy football more or did you like track?
I enjoy football more, but I also have this love with track and field as well. My dad was a two-time state champion hurdler and from out of Oklahoma, and so that was just one of the sports that we had always connected on. And he taught me everything I knew about football too. But you know, I always just love to get out there for a good race. I ran hurdles. I love the technical aspect behind it, and I just loved how it added to my you know my speed as a football
Mhm.
player, right? But yeah, football I would definitely say was my main love for sure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, you just sound like a natural athlete. It's just that's really cool.
Appreciate that, man. I've played a lot of different sports, man. Like I said, my first sport was karate. I played basketball for 3 years. I wrestled for 2 years. I played football, ran track. My dad definitely wanted to make sure that I was a well-rounded athlete. I wish, looking back, I really, really wish that I would have come across boxing earlier,
Mhm.
just based on my size. Like I'm 5'8", and a half, 5'8 3/4, and I've never been able to put on a ton of weight, So I feel like this sport definitely caters to my size and my relative strength and speed more than football does. But boxing's not the hugest sport in Oklahoma. They don't have like a ton of boxing gyms around, so it would have been tough to get exposed to that early.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like everything happens for a reason anyway. So, like,
Yeah,
I mean, like, there's a reason why you went pro in your mid 20s and all too. So I mean, like, yeah.
absolutely. Guys got a plan.
Yes, he does. That's also shit out the Drake. Now, I'm joking. God's plan.
Guys plan. Love some good
All
drink.
right, and now my last question before we hit the Philly vocab. So I've been asking the guys this that I've had that are on the card. So I just need to know what your alliance is, or if they're not your favorite football team, then you could say your favorite team. But are you a Washington football fan, or are you a Baltimore Ravens?
You know what? I'm neither. I'll say I like the Baltimore Ravens more than I like the Washington football team. But just by way of where I was raised, man, I'm a Cowboys fan. And
Oh boy.
yeah, and you know what? There are a lot more Cowboys fans in the district than I had thought. There's actually it's like split between the Washington football and I don't know about split, but there's a significant amount of Dallas Cowboy fans in the DC area, which was surprising when I first moved out here.
Wow. All right. Well, listen, don't make sure you leave all your cowboy swag at home because I hate to see something happen to you if you wind up out in your cowboy swag. No,
I know Philly does not like the Dallas Cowboys.
no,
You know,
not at all.
yeah, I mean, I'll be walking down the street, here in DC or pre-pandemic, and people would, make a comment on my Dallas Cowboys hat. But I appreciate the tip. I'll make sure I leave it here in DC.
Definitely. All right, so now it's time for the Philly vocab. All right, so I'm gonna try to hint stuff to you, and then I'll tell you the Philly way to say it. All right.
Okay, cool, cool,
So I
cool.
have a couple questions. So the first one is, so what do you call the machine when you go to the bank to take money out?
I mean, I'm gonna say ATM. I know that's probably wrong, but what?
All right, yeah. So normal Americans say I gotta go to the ATM, but here in Philly we say that we gotta tap Mac.
You got to tap Mac.
Tap Mac because
Okay.
they call the because we call the ATM the Mac machine.
Ah,
So
okay.
yeah, so if you're gonna go to the ATM, just let whoever you know that you're gonna go tap Mac. All right.
Yeah, I gotta go tap Mac. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd never heard that before.
All right. And have you heard of Rita's?
I have heard of Rita's. Yeah.
Okay. Now it's blank ice. So how do you say it?
Shaved ice. It's not.
No, so people say water ice, but here we got a thick Philly accent, so it sounds like wood, and then it's an er at the end, so so
Water.
so it's water
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah.
water, right?
Okay, water. Water. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I've
Yeah,
heard that. I've heard it said like that before. Okay, cool.
right. So that's another one where if you need water, just tell whoever that you want some water.
Want some water?
Water.
Got it.
I know. I'm like teaching you a whole entire different vocab now
Yeah,
for
I
this.
need it. This is good. This is good. I need to be tapped in with the local culture.
Yes, and then so have you heard anyone use the word John?
Oh yeah, I heard John a lot. Yeah, yeah, I've heard.
Okay, cool. So what is a John to you, and how would you use it?
From my understanding, a John can be referred to anything, like this John, like that John, like this John over there. Like it could be a person, it could be a thing. Like it just depends on the context of the conversation. That's my
Perfect. All right. And have you had a Philly cheesesteak yet? Like even after your football games?
Yes, I did. Yeah, we our team ordered Philly cheesesteaks just for the experience, and my eyes were open. It was phenomenal.
Oh,
Obviously, I'd had cheesesteaks before, but the Philly cheesesteak is just a whole different thing. It was much better than anything I had tasted. So
oh,
that was
awesome.
great. Yeah.
Do you have a cheesesteak spot in Philly, or do you remember where the team got them from?
I don't remember. It was over 5 years ago. So
Okay.
if you give me a name, that would be great.
All right, cool. Well, I know I was talking to Brandon Chambers, and I think all of us are gonna probably go for cheesesteaks afterwards. And I was telling them about Phil's because I tried Phil's in South Philly, which is like right down the street from the arena, and that's a really good cheesesteak. So like if you like American cheese or a cheese whiz, that's the place to go.
Phil's got it. I'm there.
Phil's, all right. And then I did forget one question. So what is your game plan for the pro debut? Are you just trying to let your hands go and have fun, or is there like a specific thing that you would like to work on?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my specific goal is definitely to have fun. You know, that's why we're there, and this is what I love to do. I live and breathe boxing. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a boxing coach.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
yeah, so you know, it's I'm definitely blessed to have this opportunity to go compete. But yeah, you know, I want to use the first round and kind of see what's going on. Definitely make sure that I'm being cerebral in there, playing checkers, not chess, and let my hands go, but just not just throwing punches to throw punches. You know what I mean? You got to land shots. You got to react. Got to have good defense. Gotta have a complete fight. So to show a little bit of everything is my goal for this professional debut.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that was like probably the whole advice that I would give you too. Just go out there and have fun and let your hands go and see what happens, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Cool. Do you have a walkout song yet, or are you undecided?
So I'm 95% decided. Definitely gonna come out to some go-go. Gotta represent the DC vibes with some go-go, and then I'm also an alpha and one of our Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and one of our our biggest songs is Annie Up. So
Oh
yeah.
man.
So I'm thinking about coming out to that. But I'm still a little bit undecided. So, but yeah, I like that song. It always gets me hyped, and
Uh,
that's the most important thing. So,
of course, of course. Yeah, I mean, whenever I think of that song, I think of the movie You Got Served. So I'll be having a lot of memories of that movie when you're walking out.
yeah, great movie. Terrible acting, phenomenal dancing. Like,
Yes, 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 yeah. I have no idea. Like, I mean, I do love Omarion, but he's not the best actor. But his dancing is on point.
yeah, yeah. But you know, that used to be one of my favorite movies actually. And then I went back and like, yeah, let me watch You Got Served. You know, I think I was like it might have been at college, and I was just so underwhelmed. I was like, oh God, like I don't remember it. I don't remember the acting being like this poor.
Right.
But yeah, like you know, dancing was still, you know, it's always captivating.
Yeah, like that's like the me watching the movie ATL. So like of course I'm not from Georgia, but like the acting, like wasn't all that good, but like it was like one of my favorite high school movies to watch and all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually watched ATL again the other day, and I was kind of like, I felt the same vibe. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, like this acting is not good, but you know, the dancing scenes, you know, you can get into them, and that's
Yeah.
kind of keeps keeps the interest there. You know?
Yeah, and then Ti just wound up getting better with his acting, so like so that was like a huge like stone for him with the
Right.
ATL. Yeah.
Some people get better, some people never do. You know? You
Yeah.
know, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. The theory is brilliant. You know?
Exactly. Well, listen, Victor, it was awesome to chat with you. It was truly nice to meet you, and I'm very excited to catch up with you after your fight and chat it up, and maybe you'll join us for some cheesesteaks afterwards if you got to tap Mac. Maybe I don't know.
Definitely tapping Mac to get some cheesesteaks, man. Cheesesteaks, man. I really appreciate you having me on the call, and I'm looking forward to the 24th.
Awesome, great. Thank you, Victor, and have a great day.
Thanks, man. You too. Peace.
All righty.